So now that the foam has had enough time to set up and dry, it's very firm, there's no way we're going to be able to pull that apart. We're going to start carving the edges, and for that I'm going to be using my X-Acto blade, and I'm going to start with the outside edges, and this is probably going to get messy, so make sure you have a shop vac or something handy to take care of that. It doesn't matter if we rip some areas. As a matter of fact, that will probably just lend to making it look more natural. Hey, look at that. You can use the blade to pop out pieces, cut in a little bit, and then just barely twist it, and that will leave some nice striations on the foam, so that's a good thing. Okay, now that we have the edges, well, not all the edges, sort of rounded off. Now we're going to decide how we want the face to look. Like, see, we have some plateaus here, here, and here that we can accentuate, leave places for the models to sit on. So let's see, we'll take this large side first, and I'm going to cut some deep ruts. I'm going to try and make sure, woohoo, to keep these the same. And man, you can tell that I am just not able to talk and cut at the same time. Don't be afraid to use your fingers to dig out pieces that you carved also. Again, all that's going to do is rip the edges and make it look more realistic. As far as the lines that you can see in there, we're going to take care of that later on, so don't worry about that too much at this point. As you can see, I'm not going all the way back down to where my previous cut was, so you can see the different levels, different patterns on the rock. Okay, so we can do this in several different areas. We don't have to start at the top. We can start here and work down, or start here and work down to show off the different levels. And for the sides, what we'll do, well, there's not really a good angle for me to do this. Let's see if I can do it like this. Just cut into the side and pop up. See that? Hopefully you can see that. So that is how we do the long cut, and the sandstone type cut. And you can do those two together. It's all about what you think looks good, but that's the general idea of what we're going for. So I'm going to play with this for a little bit more. I'm going to be doing the same thing, cutting this way, cutting to the side, cutting at different angles, and I'll show you what we've come up with at the end. Okay, so here's what I came up with. It's not anything special. All I did was what I was doing before, just keep plugging away and popping pieces off and random cuts here and there at different angles. Now, how much is too much? That's really for you to decide when you're doing your own. There's still a lot more that I could do to this, but I'm just going to call it here. So yeah, that's it for that. Now, another thing I wanted to show you, if you wanted to use the drywall saw, it makes a little bit of a, well, not a little bit, it makes much more jagged cut than the razor blade does. So let me show you that real quick. So if you were to do the same cuts, you can see how rough and textured that is, and it looks really good if you're doing maybe brownstone hills. It gives a lot more texture. This makes real good alien type terrain also, if you want to do lava rocks or wasteland type rocks, moonstone, things like that. Drywall saw works real well. So I just wanted to kind of show you that in case you wanted to use this for those kinds of cuts instead of your regular razor knife. And also, as you can see on here, I have a ton of cuts in all kinds of different directions. Some deep grooves, grooves in here. If you didn't want to do that and you just wanted to do, say, sandstone, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to see this, but cut in and pop it out, and you just do that all the way around at varying levels. So show you that a little better. But you just keep popping the pieces up all the way around. Thin cuts, thick cuts. You would just keep following that pattern all the way around and all the way down. So I think that's about it. Oh, one more thing. The ruler method, like I was talking about earlier. If you just take an old metal ruler and jab it in and twist it, that makes for some real interesting variations on your rocks as well. And then the little pieces that are inside, take your screwdriver, pop it in and poke those out. And so that's three different methods that you can use. Again, all I did on this piece was the regular razor knife method. So the next step will be taking care of these lines that you can still see. Some of these indentions that have little pieces of the foam stuck in there. We'll take care of all that, and then we'll be ready to paint. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and we'll cover everything else in the next video.